For 5 minutes for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to my colleagues for letting me go before them. Appreciate that opportunity. I'm going to kind of simplify my questions today. When I travel around my state, which is North Dakota, I hear from many, many folks in the smaller and the larger towns that one of their biggest problems is access to housing. There's not enough new houses on the market. There's just not enough housing stock on the market. And then when I talk to Home Builders Association, the North Dakota Home Builders Association, which I've met with several times because this is a big issue in my state, as we're hearing all over the country, they talk about, the first time I met with them, they talked about the building codes and how inappropriate they are for my state. The 2021 International Energy Conservation Code, according to the North Dakota Home Builders Association, can add more than $22,000 to the price of a home in my state. And in practice, the builders have estimated up to $31,000. Yet, even more troubling, for all of that investment, they tell me that it will take up to 90 years for a homeowner to get the payback for those standards in my state. So obviously, that doesn't make any sense at all to the ideas here of that this one-size-fits-all solution doesn't work. So, Mr. Hughes, can you talk about what are some of the alternatives to this?
Alternative codes?
Yeah, to this one-size-fits-all approach.
Well, throwing it back to states so that states can establish their own codes, and they have that freedom now. And unfortunately, too many, the code that has been developed as a model code has been presented as unamendable. You have to take it as is. And we're a strong advocate that each state should take it and tailor it to their location and to their needs, and much more of that needs to take place.
Is there anything stopping that? What's stopping that from happening?
What's stopping it?
Yeah.
Maybe education. Just the fact that too many states don't realize that they can do that. Several states are doing very well. Texas, Washington, California, North Carolina, we do our own code. We have resources to do that. We have personnel that work on. We have, in North Carolina, we have a residential code council, and we have full-time employees that lobby that. Too many states don't have those resources.
Sure.
And they're told that they can't make amendments to that code, and that's simply not true.
So are there other problems? So like the last several building code updates developed by the ICC have clearly prioritized the green agenda over cost-efficient home construction, and the Department of USDA, and have already adopted those latest ICC energy code standards for the homes they finance, effectively imposing these standards on those federally backed loans. So that probably prevents or prohibits the ability of states to develop their own standards if some of these big federal programs are requiring the ICC standards, I would assume, but interested in your thoughts on that. And then in your view, what would be the effect on the U.S. housing market if Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were to adopt these standards?
Well, that's one of our greatest fears, no question. And we, in North Carolina, we've gone to a 6-year code, and our legislation actually imposed a pause on any new energy codes until the next cycle. That'll take place in 2030. If the HUD rule stays in place, I think you're talking about that eliminates USDA and VA loans, then we simply lose all of those in North Carolina. So talk about a huge limiting factor. Just won't work.
Right. Excellent. Well, I have more questions, but not that much time. And you guys have been here a long time today, so I want to thank you all for your time and your expertise. And Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you. The gentleman yields.